Nickelodeon.
Wah.
Nick.
Remember when they had Nick Cannon?
Yeah, he was like the guy who was doing Teen Nick and all that. He was like the guy who's interstitialing everything. Remember Pick Boy?
Who?
Pick Boy. He was the guy who would pick what was coming next on Nick. He was like their fake superhero they had.
No, I just think it was funny that they had Nick Cannon on that, and he was like...
He's Nick.
Yeah, his name is Nick.
I think they did a lot of Nick on Nick jokes.
And he has 1 billion children.
Yeah. He said going to your children's like baseball games is white people shit. Pick Boy.
Huh.
Yeah. He was actually like a kind of a big celebrity for kids. He's 50 now, 49 years old.
Damn.
Right?
Pick Man.
Pick Man, yeah. Jeff Stoop.
One of my favorite series.
Oh, shit. This is Pickman. He's the Pickman. He is John Pickman. Jeff Pickman. Right. I was looking up what fucking number we were on. 93 and 94. We
Indeed.
are going 93 and 94. Well, another day of shitty weather. Smell of wet garbage filling the air. It's a musty, humid day. I don't know. It's kind of like Florida when it gets like this, except cold. Imagine a cold Florida, just that same kind of wet, thick, soupy air, but it's 50 degrees, 60 degrees, but 10 degrees wind chill.
I love this weather.
I fucking hate this
This is
weather.
honestly, it's not even that cold out.
It's not that bad right now. I could stand this cold. It's just the thick soupiness to come with it. It's just like, it's annoying.
It's 60 degrees. This is actually like beautiful weather for me. I love it.
It's beautiful weather if it didn't just rain and wasn't about to rain. Like we're literally in the middle of that.
That's fine. I love the rain. If this was 40 degrees, I would be miserable. But it's above 55.
I'd love it if it's raining.
Cheery.
I'd love it if it's raining and it's washing away all this like muck and thick air. I just hate that feeling of going outside and you're just like, ugh. Everything smells different because it's all just like saturated in water.
Yeah.
I hate
that
it.
shit rules. You know what that smell is?
I assume just like concrete and stuff getting wet.
Worms.
Really? Worms make all that?
You know, that smell actually appears before the rain. Because the worms, you can tell there's rain, they secrete a specific hormone or some type of signaling thing, and they come out of the ground so they don't drown.
Huh.
And it smells so good.
Huh.
I love smelling that worm.
Yeah,
that worm pheromone.
That's why the dump always smells like that. We are pretty full of worms.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It reminds me of that time that we defused a bomb at a Hong Kong bank.
Yeah, the Hong Kong National Bank. Crazy. Well, we didn't really defuse it. We had that other girl defuse it. I used the girl as the little, distraction device. I strapped the bomb to a little girl's chest. They did. That was already that way before I used the little girl as the distraction device. But, and then we had to bring in our bomb defusal expert. Thank God we managed to get through that.
And somehow that's how we ended up here.
Yeah, I mean...
Ah, shit, there's clear skies on this picture.
It's not too... It's this actual dump. Yeah, no, this is... it's unfortunate. The weather doesn't exactly come through on camera as we're describing.
We should just cut out the part of the green screen so it's a window behind us.
Beautiful. It would just be the curtains. It would just be a white set of curtains. Beautiful satin.
Get an actual garbage pile behind us.
There we go. I won't leave my place smelling like shit.
Mm-hmm. Just put it on the porch.
I won't leave my porch smelling like shit.
Yeah.
You kind of use that. Welcome to Cold Hard Trash, CRT episode 93. I'm your host, Trashcan Jones.
And I'm Breeeeg, fellow host.
This has been a balmy Sunday, and as much as I do say that I hate the weather, I kind of like the days where you're just able to be like, all right, I'm going to sit inside, and I'm going to do nothing, and I feel good about that, because I can do nothing.
Right.
There's no point in going outside.
You don't feel like you need to, take advantage of the good weather, like head outside and whatnot.
You feel good about staying inside a little bit, like, and I wasn't going to be able to do anything anyway.
You have an excuse.
Right. It's almost like the world gave you an excuse. Like, no, go ahead, stay inside. It's shitty out there.
Yeah, well, Sundays are also kind of an excuse for that.
Yeah, Sunday in general. Good day to sit inside. Though I still got to go do shopping today.
Good day for laundry.
Got to get groceries. Yeah, I did laundry today. Did a little bit of that.
Can't spell groceries without grosh.
No, you cannot. That's a fact. I didn't even get it because I spelled GROC E. Like that's how you were saying gross. Like what even is it? Good one though.
I mean,
clap over my head.
yeah, it was a highbrow joke. That's why you didn't get it.
It was so lowbrow.
The uri thing is like an actual suffix. Like that's why it's called a grocery. You know, like a
bakery or a haberdashery.
Yeah, thank you, iCarly, for.
Yeah, right. That's the only reason.
But I mean, it's also kind of the same in Spanish. You know, like a carniceria, zapateria. You know, it's a meat store and a shoe store.
There's a lot of things like that too, like a cobbler, someone who cobbles; a porter, a burglar, someone who burgles; janitor, Janet.
What I'm getting at is what is a grosh?
A grocer, I know, is someone who produces is like.
Yeah, well, there's the grocery goods, where they sell the things. The grocer who puts the things in the grocery.
Yeah, but what's a gross? You're right. What is that?
Puts the gross.
Let's see if AI can figure this out. What's a gross? No, not a grove. Goddamn AI.
I don't even want AI. I want the Merriam-Webster.
Well, there's a Substack on it.
The Substack. Oh, okay.
No, never mind. That's a whole grosser than gross. That's a joke they're trying to make. Primarily refers to a surname with English origins. It's just a surname. It can't be. It can't just be one guy who started the first store and it was just called it the grocery.
Well, I mean, a lot of people still refer to some of these stores as general stores, I guess, or food markets, farmers markets. Well, I guess you wouldn't call it the grocery store or farmers market, but that's where you get food before.
Yeah, it's kind of along the same line. Grocer is a person who sells food. It's derived from an Anglo-French word grossier, which one who buys and sells in gross. So I guess it's just kind of a bastardization.
Large volume.
Yeah, it's just like a bastardization of a word, and it just meant large volume in the original language, I guess.
Fair enough. I guess
English
that works.
does do that. English does just kind of take
we
things.
We don't have just the word grosh. We have grocer and grocery.
Right, and you can think of exactly a French word. Grosserie would be, it kind of sounds French. I would believe it without even looking it up.
Well, they do use that same suffix, the
yeah. It makes sense. English just be hodgepodge of everything around it. They took whatever. Shout out to rendezvous. One whole English word that is. So we talked about it a while ago about, first of all, it was the Phil Collins thing that I keep getting copyright strike on. No idea what happened with that. But the other one, I finally found out what it was. Menticide by, I think it's called Insect Kings or something like that. Mm-hmm. Just your pretty average metal song, metal of the road. I didn't hate it. I'm about a big subscriber to metal, but if it was playing it if we went to Electric Funeral and that was over the speakers, I'd be like, all right, this is the vibe. It wasn't offensive in any way. And I'm listening to it. I'm like, okay, why do I get copyright strike on this? Is something I say normal with it? And I'm listening to the whole song, whatever. And then as the song fades out, there's 30 seconds left, and it fades back into, I guess they're trying to do make this audio portrait of somebody watching TV to somebody watching The Price is Right. And
is it the buzz?
And the winter theme comes on.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh my God. It's because it plays on my stream all the time. That's not yours. You don't get to claim copyright for that.
Oh my God.
Sons of bitches.
Well, they aren't. It's the system, but yeah.
That's true. Yeah, this is a system. I shouldn't be mad at Insect Kings. But yeah, that's why it gets flagged, because the Price is Right theme plays, and it happens to be at the tail end of that song. Just their little audio portrait they make.
Oh, have you re-listened to that Phil Collins song then?
No, it's In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. I listen to the song all the time.
Oh, I thought it was a different one.
No. It's In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. I'm like, why? What about me speaking? I don't sing the song on stream.
They kind of paint a portrait in that song, right?
Yeah, but it's mostly spoken word for a lot of it. So maybe I don't know. If
there was, you have a favorite song or whatever, and maybe you're listening to it on the radio or something like that, they're not going to have that outro. They're just going to cut it. right?
Right, yeah.
Like there's songs on older like Panic at the Disco and Fall Out Boy albums that I used to listen to all the time, and like a lot of these songs end with just like a 15 seconds of like something else.
Yeah,
Just
sure. Because if you're listening
someone
to
going
a full
crazy on
album,
the synthesizer, or
yeah,
Pete Wentz yelling about something, and then it goes into the next song, and it's just like an outro to the first song. So
right.
but it's a little bit less memorable because the song is technically done. It's just part of the track.
Yeah,
So maybe there's something like that, like In the Air Tonight. Maybe a certain
that's where
version
you're
of
going
In the
with
Air
it.
Tonight has something like that bookending it, or maybe the version that's on YouTube.
Maybe, yeah, maybe I should. The same thing I did with the insecticide. I just click like, what exactly is it stealing from? And yeah, maybe I can find it that way. I'll have to look at it next time it gets caught.
Either that, or it is actually Phil Collins
Coming at me,
hanging out in Belarus specifically
yeah, because it's
to
only in
copyright strike you.
Belarus and Russia that gets the copyright claim. Like, why are they the ones that are most concerned about Phil Collins' like good name? I guess I don't get it. Yeah, that was a pretty funny reveal when I was like just listening to a metal song for like 3 minutes, being like, "What the hell could this possibly be?" Then it just fades in. I'm like, "You sons of oh my god!" Hilarious, absolutely hilarious. Price is Right got me. Didn't expect it.
So I guess speaking of, I don't know, the IPs and stuff like that. I've been listening to this artist, Jane Remover, for the past couple of weeks, and she has this one album, Revenge Seekers, from last year. I just sort of found it. I love it.
Okay.
And, like, looking at it and, like, going on YouTube and, like, watching music videos and stuff, I see people making the joke. It's like, this song sounds like if Jane Remover collabed with Jane Remover. It turns out she's very good at, remixing, and I've listened to, like, more of her work. And there's like one specific song on there where it's like she made a song that she didn't release. She remixed it into a beat for Danny Brown, and then remixed the Danny Brown song into a song on her album.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it's like the first time that she released the song that she originally wrote is 2 remixes deep.
That's pretty good.
And if there were copyright strikes on these types of things, like automatically going off, like how would you deal with that?
Yeah.
Like, I guess you are allowed. You know you're allowed, but
Yeah, because it's yours. Like, who could say elsewise, right?
yeah,
It would just come back around to the circle to you.
yeah.
They don't know. I am the manager. The manager is me.
Just click it's okay or something.
Yeah, right. Just post.
You
it.
have
It's
to
like,
appeal to yourself and
flags
apologize.
your other email hits on your phone. Like, no, accept, and it just goes through on your screen. It's like it's
just 2-factor authentication.
It's just celebrity 2-factor authentication is what it becomes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what copyright offices will essentially turn into, is 2-factor auths. Once things start becoming so redundant, like of the remixes and whatnot, you just got a 2-factor authentication with like your record label that has all the copyrights.
Mm-hmm. You just deny it.
Deny yourself. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, I thought about this. I had a day to think about it.
Mm-hmm. Limited time offering. You know, it's only up there for like a day, and then you say that the sample wasn't cleared.
There's probably some kind of marketing strategy to that, right? Just like doing like a ghost drop and then taking it away, making like your song so elusive.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think then these things just sort of float around the internet and stuff like that. Because people, like, will release demos, you know? Like, you can go to, like, artists' old SoundClouds and stuff like that and find their old music. And it typically, if someone does take it down or, you know, squirrel it away to SoundCloud only or something like that, it's typically because they didn't want it. They just, it doesn't meet certain quality, like a certain quality threshold that they wanted it to be like fully released in that way,
Right.
or there's like an artistic thing that they feel like it doesn't really fit with them.
Yeah, like we talked about with that one song. I was just singing it the other day.
Call on Me.
Yeah, Call on Me.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's just like they just shelved it, but then someone else released it.
And you can still find it, right? I could still find the version by the guy from Daft Punk, but it's not on Spotify. It's on YouTube from an account that isn't them.
Right. They just probably ripped it from when the time was.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
But I mean, if you're a big enough fan, you know, I've known plenty of people that like dig deep into like their artists, their favorite artists' old SoundClouds, just to like kind of see where they come from.
Yeah.
Like find demos of old things so you can see how they changed it.
That's most of what I really like about 21 Pilots, how I first found them. They have their whole album that's kind of unreleased, regional at best, and it's like got a lot of their songs that ended up getting re-released on their first actual studio album, Vessel, but then like half the album also just kind of got shelved and never got released again. So a lot of those songs are kind of like, even though they're not really in the same vibe as 21 Pilots, especially as they now are, it was so good, a lot of those. A lot of those, like, not really even trying to do any kind of hip-hop or scream songs, but just being, I don't know, really cool vibes. I liked them.
Maybe you could, I don't know, no one's selling that probably.
There's no way. You can't even find it on Spotify. It's kind of hard to find it on, YouTube even nowadays. You just find regional at best, compilations. People used to have the playlist because it's so old.
Then there's also, Taylor Swift went back and like is re-recording all of her albums and stuff like that. There's one song I wish I remember the name, but someone showed it to me, and it's like 13 minutes long, and it's all about Jake Gyllenhaal. And apparently the original version was like 13 minutes long, like 8 verses, and then when she was recording it for the original release, they were like, nah, dude, you got to cut that down to like 4.5 minutes at most.
Yeah, right.
And then now she's coming out with her own versions, Taylor's version of every single album. So she's like, fuck it. Boom.
18 minute song.
Yeah, let's go.
Damn. That is quite a journey. That's a whole ass. How do you keep a song going for 18 minutes?
You just do a lot of verses. Either you do a lot of verses or you make it something. Also, I think it's more like 13, 15. Did I say 18? I don't
18,
remember.
Yeah. Well, either way, like how many key changes can you go through before you're just like, God damn, I'm done with this.
It's not key changes. Probably don't do a lot as much as like just shifting the entire vibe or like doing a time change or something like that. But I don't remember the song having any of it.
Damn.
I was surprised it kept going because I was like, I was not expecting that. I looked up the lyrics and everything. I was like, I'll sing along, and then it was like the regular version. And I'm like, okay, I read like all the lines, and there's still more, and they aren't on the website. How is that possible? But yeah, extended edition.
Hell yeah. It's good on her if that's what her fans want. If that's what they're calling for.
The hardcore fans, I mean, they're
get that bag.
seeking out the Taylor version instead of like just having whatever was been in their Spotify for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, how long is that one Queen song, Bohemian Rhapsody?
Oh, yeah.
How long is that?
How long?
8
I
minutes?
think 5 minutes? No, something like 5 something.
Longer, I think 5 minutes. Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
It feels, I mean, there's a lot of twists and turns in it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only like a 5-minute song. It's like Stairway to Heaven's only like, I think it's only 5 or 7 minutes, something like that.
Really? They just do a lot of changes in it.
Bohemian, I'll look it up real quick. I'm pretty sure I might play for a second. Sorry if this comes through the microphone. And of course I have terrible Wi-Fi right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only like 5.5 minutes.
Wow. I've listened to long songs before. I've listened to Thick as a Brick by Jethro Tull.
Thick as a Brick.
It's I can't remember if it's 45 minutes or an hour and 35 minutes.
Jesus.
Because I remember looking at the thing, and it has Thick as a Brick Part 1 and Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember 45 minutes, but I don't know if that's for one part or both parts. It's very long.
Bohemian Rhapsody is 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 54 seconds. I know Rapper's Delight's another real long one. That's like 7.5 minutes. Mm-hmm. I said a hip hop, a hibbity to the hibbity hip hop, you hibby, you don't stop. I rock it out, bang boogie to the bang, to the boogity bang bang, and the boogity beat. Love that shit. I can't believe that would come on the radio back in the day. Can you imagine like having a whole 7-minute song for the radio? Like
they have radio versions.
I mean,
you might be able to find a radio version of that song.
Probably. I wonder what you would even cut out of that though. Just like cut out a whole verse. Like it's part of the whole song. Shit.
Well, yeah. I feel like a lot of times, like I think 9 in the Afternoon had a radio version, going back to Panic at the Disco, and it was like I think there's a pretty long outro for it in the actual album, and so it's like, okay, we're gonna play this on the radio. We're not gonna do all that extra stuff.
Stairway to Heaven is 8 minutes.
Okay.
You know, it's another song that has like a weirdly long intro. There's a couple songs that do that I didn't realize got cut down. But there was the Final Countdown has a stupid long intro, and then what's that song by the Outfield? Josie's on a Vacation Far Away. Your Love. Those both have like weirdly long intros that I never had heard until I listened to like their full versions of them. And it's basically just like a longer like extended intro, but I didn't realize it was cut down was the one that I heard on the radio and like all the time as a kid.
Is it an extended one or is the cut down one the shortened version? Who knows?
I don't know. I assume the extended one was like the real one, but shit. I've only listened to the ones now that were probably on Spotify, which is another thing. Spotify changes what songs are like the versions recorded. I had Catch-22 by Casey Nights by Catch-22. I flip that all the time. And they all of a sudden just flipped like which version of the song was listed underneath the one I had downloaded. I didn't re-download anything, but now it's just like a different recording of their studio version. Mm-hmm. And it sounds completely different. It sounds like a completely different take, and it's just like, it's not a bad song.
Macintosh. Or was it Macintosh?
Macross 8299. Same thing. Yeah, they did the same thing with that other one that was just like toned down. That was gone for a while and then came back as that. That was another really weird one. Mm-hmm. That like was removed from Spotify and then it came back as that. Which maybe the only thing I can think of is maybe it had like some copyrighted sounds. So maybe they just had to like tone shift it so it didn't get caught by copyright or something. But I don't know.
Yeah, All Too Well 10-minute version.
All Too Well.
I think I originally said it was like 13 or something. But yeah, 10-minute version. Longer than expected. And there's the original version as well.
Was it Iron Butterfly or Steel Butterfly? I forget. There was a song that it might have been Steel Butterfly, a song one of my teachers put on that was like real popular in the 60s. That is like, yeah, this is real popular with the radio DJs because they could just put it on and then just go take a break. No, that's not the one. There's one that's like 17 minutes long and it has like a 6-minute drum solo in the middle of it. Mm-hmm. It's just like, this was real popular. You put it on one class and then just like, because we had a free period, and that's what we put on for like the entire class.
Easiest DJ job ever.
Just put that on and you're good.
We've talked about that, those old records of the guy in the school radio for college, right?
Yeah.
The guy that put on like the Silence album, which is just like half an hour of silence, and that was his radio show, and they were getting complaints.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? You got your own artistic visions. The people are always mad at the artist, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
You're a madman right before you're a genius.
Mm-hmm.
They call you crazy.
Yeah, they call him crazy as he's scaling the wall to get into the studio and barricading himself in.
I might call him crazy too.
Yeah. I might call you annoying before they call you crazy.
Speaking of annoying and crazy, I talked about it a little bit before we got on. The comedians crashing out over their whole Riyadh comedy thing. So I haven't been watching the whole stand-up comedy scene really a whole lot for a long while because for my own personal reasons. But my video essay people on YouTube have been picking up because I guess they've still been into it. Just that the specials and podcast all episodes from these comedians are just really weird and might be a lot telling of exactly how they feel about it. Shout out to Dave Chappelle, who just had like a 2-minute straight segment of, I don't feel guilty. I don't feel guilty. I don't feel guilty not one bit. I don't feel guilty at all. I don't feel guilty. I'm not going to say that I feel guilty. I don't feel guilty. To the point where I guess...
You think you might feel a little guilty?
You think you might feel a little bit guilty. And then my favorite is Bill Burr's reaction to it all, calling everybody else racist, being like, you guys, do you realize they have McDonald's next to the Hilton over there, right next to the Starbucks? Did you guys know that? Okay. They're just like us. And it's like, hey, did you maybe not know that? And like that's maybe why you're trying, like, are you projecting this maybe a little bit?
I kind of expected that to be true already.
I also kind of expected that to be true. They're a very rich and developed country.
Yeah.
For him to go over there and be like, whoa, McDonald's, like, that's kind of telling a little bit, bud. That's kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. But
McDonald's is like everywhere.
It's literally everywhere. They deploy it out for our U.S. military wherever the hell they are. They have like McDonald's trucks.
Oh my god.
And Burger King trucks. Yeah, you've never seen those?
No.
They're pretty sweet. Oh, let me look up a picture. They literally have them and it's not like regularly. They deploy them for, I think, like usually special operations of like oh, it's going to be the big McDonald's day. It's like they put on like, you know, a sort of show of it. I assume sort of like USO show style, but no, that's a real thing.
Also, but like deploying a truck, that's kind of like crazy if it were domestic. It makes more sense internationally. Having a brick and mortar McDonald's internationally is, I don't know, I guess that if it's for the military in particular.
You got the militarized Burger King truck. Just goes out and deploys fully functional kitchen, militarized McDonald's, same thing.
Damn, that's even from a different era of like their interior design.
Yeah, no, it's
been
doing
it for a while.
It's been going for a while. I'm pretty sure since like we first got over to the Middle East, probably.
That's so
Gotta
fun.
keep the troops happy.
I mean, I guess it's like better than an MRE. It tastes like home.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. It tastes like home. That's probably what they're going for. Mm-hmm. They just want to make sure. Same thing with like astronauts and whatnot. They were actually like pretty jazzed to get Taco Bell tortillas. Mm-hmm. They found out those are like the best things to be able to keep things safe in space, and they're like, all right, yeah, not too upset about that.
Yeah,
tastes like home. Peanut butter and jelly on a tortilla, probably weird, but
yeah. Well, I've done that before. If you ever run out of bread and had tortillas, you make any sandwich in a tortilla.
Yeah, I imagine it wouldn't be too bad. I've never done it, but
I've done it. It's pretty good.
Astronaut
Throw
food.
a banana in that bitch.
Astronaut food.
Or like a banana, honey, and peanut butter sandwich.
Ooh, yeah, I've done that on bread, not tortilla. That's pretty good, though. Love me peanut butter and banana. It's delicious.
Yeah, we're almost all the way Elvising it.
You need the peanut butter, jelly, and then bacon shoved into a loaf.
Yeah.
The whole
hollowed out loaf.
Isn't it like a jar of each and a pound of bacon? It's fucking crazy. I love the story that he like made his private plane fly out there in the middle of the night to get 2 of those. It's like fly across the country to get that specific sandwich. You can just make it at home.
Or maybe he needed like a specific type of peanut butter or jelly.
I don't know. When you're Elvis, you can just do whatever you want, I guess.
Yeah.
Get an honorary sheriff's badge and just do kung fu while you're on drugs.
We could do that.
I don't think we can get the honorary sheriff's badge, but we can do the kung fu on drugs, yeah?
Again, 2/3 of the way to Elvis.
We're almost there.
It's more than half.
See, I think the fame is really what gets us to the sheriff's badge part, though. Once we get maybe a couple hundred more downloads, and maybe we can. We don't want to approach a police department and ask for an honorary sheriff's badge. That's not on the list of things to do.
I mean, what if they say like? You never know unless you ask.
What if they say, yeah, then we're friends with the police department? Yippee. Like, that's not something it's not on the list of things to do.
No, we just immediately abuse the the authority so we get it taken away. First, we do drugs with it. Then we do kung fu with it.
All right, yeah. I mean, they didn't take it away from Elvis, so.
Yeah.
All right, fair. I'm on board. You got me back on board.
All right, I'll draft an email.
We'll just get put on a list. Yeah, have you seen my favorite representation of Elvis is in the movie Walk Hard? You ever seen that? The John C. Reilly movie? Like makes fun of the Walk the Line?
No, but Walk Hard is kind of a funny name because that's the name of the brand of codeine syrup.
Walk Hard?
Walk Hard, yeah, like WOCKHARDT, Walk Hard. That's the brand of codeine that was used to make lean for a really long time. So that's why they call it Walkie. Walkie slush.
Walk Hard, as in
yeah, but it's a
interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know Walkard was a specific brand of codeine.
homophone. Yeah.
Walk Hard. Huh?
Is that what Elvis did? Elvis do any?
Elvis did like everything.
Yeah,
he did,
but like
cocaine,
was he known?
He did lots of pills, lots of everything.
Yeah, I know. Like that's what I thought though was the cocaine and pills. If he was doing cough syrup too, like
probably. I mean, who the hell knows?
That's a pretty clever name.
I think it's the whole thing of when you do lots of barbiturates that can cause constipation, like really, really bad. Like I've heard stories from my EMT friends when they have people they've dosed with Narcan, they take out like football-sized rocks from their colon that end up having to get extruded. So having a combination of that and like pushing really hard could
and
end up,
a pound of peanut butter and a pound of bacon.
It's all just sludge and then turning into rocks. Yeah, you're not. That can cause some backup and then eventually blow a blood vessel or something. I think he had a heart attack on the toilet, which eventually is just from pushing so hard you exert yourself. That gets you going. Right on his... I don't know if he died on the
Steps
gold toilet.
to follow. Steps for us to follow.
What?
We only go 2/3 of the way, though. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, we probably don't do all of the pills, but then eat the peanut butter jelly bacon sandwich, so we don't make giant rocks.
Yeah, you separate it like by a day.
I don't think any more than a day.
Probably
it's gonna take a couple days to get through your system.
It's probably really good together.
I mean,
if I had to guess,
yeah, probably gonna feel like a slippery wet shit inside and out. Like,
after the fact, like while it's happening, though, I mean, I bet that feels amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The only time I've done pain pills was after my wisdom tooth surgery, and Vicodin just makes you feel like everything is all slippery, like a wet shit. Like you feel like just a wet towel getting wrung around.
You know, I took a Vicodin once, and it just sort of made me upset.
No, yeah.
I did not feel good at all.
I felt a little too good. It was scary. I took them only the 2 times my wisdom teeth were getting like really bad, but that was when I realized I was allergic to penicillin. I was taking amoxicillin mainly for the wisdom teeth, and then I got Vicodin also for if the pain got too bad. And once I realized that amoxicillin was keeping the swelling going instead of helping it go down, I switched to a non-penicillin-based anti-inflammatory. Bing, bang, boom.
You know, blue cheese for you.
No more blue cheese. No more wisdom teeth either. A lot less wise now. Oh, well.
I feel like my one showing wisdom tooth is starting to show a bit more. It's pretty nice. I told you, I think I told you that, like, when we were learning about this stuff in elementary school, I remember sitting in the gym and they had like a dentist or someone come in and talk about teeth and like losing your teeth and the wisdom teeth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to be so cool. I'm going to have all my wisdom teeth grow in. And I'm kind of getting one. And none of them need to be removed. I'm experiencing no pain. I had a moment of clairvoyance.
You saw the future. You know, that So Raven moment, just seeing all your teeth. That'd be pretty sweet. You'll have the weirdest bite mark.
Yeah. What animal is this? It's not a human.
It's not human. It has too many teeth.
Yeah.
Can't be. It's got human-like teeth, but one extra on each one.
They would certainly identify it as a human.
Oh, yeah, no.
They'd identify it as me because I'm out here talking about how I have an extra tooth.
Right, you're out here absolutely bragging.
All right, let's look up who's talking about this.
I'm pretty sure bite science is like mostly bunk anyway, unless it's like you have a missing tooth or something that's very, very distinct. You can't really, or like between animals and like humans, you can obviously distinguish, but like determining like someone's bite from their mouth, I've heard, is not a very reliable science.
Yeah, I don't really think you could figure out the bite. You could tell it's a human also by the fact that supposedly human bites get infected like really easily and really badly.
Really?
But dental science is like they use dental records to identify skeletons.
Absolutely.
Like that's really strong, but like just the bite mark, probably not. Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of those true crime documentaries where like people or like forensics experts nowadays will talk about like how back in the 90s when they would do like the bite analysis and they would put people away like that was some real bullshit. They managed to pull that on. That was not science at all.
It's convincing, without a shadow of a doubt.
Right. Yeah. It's convincing to a jury who are not scientists, but yeah, no. As soon as forensic science progressed a little more, they were like, hey, maybe we back off that. Such is the nature of scientific discovery.
Yeah, I mean, we used to like measure stuff in base elements of like legit, like, you know, like earth, wind, fire, water. Like that's, I know that we all have that association with Avatar: The Last Airbender. You know, that's like the most popular piece of media for our generation, or one of the most popular pieces of media for our generation, and it includes that.
Right.
But that's like some straight up like old Greek stuff.
Yeah, that's what they used to think was like inside every body. It was composed of the 4 elements, right?
Well, yes, and there's like another thing. It's the 4 elements is like what comprises everything. You know, like, yeah, blood is like fire and water or something like that.
Ah, I see. So it's like
bones is like earth.
Right, it's like all the 4 elements are within your body, like combining in different ways.
Which is kind of true with the earth. I mean, it's calcium.
Yeah, it's rocks of some kinds, elements, but like periodic table elements, not just Avatar: The Last Airbender elements.
Yeah, but that's all they had, and that's what we were working with at the time, I guess.
The very beginnings of science, yeah.
They're not entirely wrong. Like I said, well, blood has water in it. Facts.
I forget what you call it, what video essay I was watching on YouTube where they were talking about like the very beginnings of like pictography and whatnot. But it was even back in like ancient Greek times they figured out how to like capture shadows, like cast it onto a little what you call a piece of parchment. So it's like even back then they were working on technology to figure out like photograph technically. It was cool. They were on some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I love all their like crazy ass math and stuff that they were doing.
Yeah.
Categorizing music as a type of math. Fair enough.
Kind of neat. Do you ever get to read Socrates? I think it was actually, I don't know if it was Socrates or Plato that wrote the Republic, but Plato just basically tells stories of Socrates. So,
yeah, I don't know which one either, but I do. I think I remember the trial of Socrates as a Plato writing.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's the only one I remember of any of them. Like that's the only one I remember. Like
right.
that I did read.
Right. I remember. I think that was probably going to be a part of the class that I took, but then we eventually ended up dropping the book. The one we focused on the most of was the Republic, where he lays out like this whole thing of like what a perfect, just society would be. It starts off with this thing of like him asking, "What is justice?" and doing the whole thing of the Socratic method, where he just tells you, "No, you're wrong." Oh shit! But I'm not going to tell you what's right. Just being a little bit of an asshole. But then he goes on this fucking wild thing of like, what would be a perfect, essentially, I don't know, was Socrates Greek or Roman?
Greek.
He was Greek, right? I figured, yeah. I just, sometimes I get those confused in my brain of all the ancient societies.
Yeah, well, like, if it ends in ease and stuff like that, I feel like that's Greek.
Good to remember. He has this whole society of like how to figure out things to be just without like injustice ever being able to take place. And it starts off as like, okay, maybe you got some good ideas, and then just goes into this crazy ass like, how the fuck can you even justify it? It starts off with like, okay, maybe we can have like these the way we're gonna raise kids, everybody's gonna get like the traditional work experience, like they're gonna try all these different jobs. We're going to make them have practical training. They're going to learn the math, the science, whatever they need, but also work on like carpentry, pottery, different things, and see what they excel at. Once we figure out what they excel at, we're going to specialize them. And a neat little part, if they don't like what they specialize in, we're going to give them the option to be able to be like, hey, I don't like this. I want to do another thing. And like, all right, fine. You can do that other thing. But if you're not really good at that other thing, then sorry, you got to go back to the first specialization, whatever. Mm-hmm. And it was like, okay, that's a cool little thing, a neat way. And then it's just like, okay, and also, excuse me, regarding those children, no more parents. We're just going to have 2 months, everybody's going to fuck, and then 9 months of everybody just raises babies.
It takes a village.
And it's just like, what in the hell are you talking about? It's like, parents are stupid. The fact that everybody has to worry about their own kids, I hate that.
Yeah, this thing that has been happening for literally the entirety of human existence.
He's just like,
no, we are too civilized.
That's what we need to attack. And it's like, yeah, this is the craziest shit. Like, the Greeks were on some shit about some like really cool ideas, and then like every once in a while you go into the actual like what the philosophies were doing, and then that was the part of the philosophy class the teacher was like, okay, so this is like the part where we're not like taking all this, like he's not right. Like this isn't what like learning like a textbook. We're going to try and like figure out why this is the dumbest shit ever, basically. Why he would think this, why he would think it's a just thing to do, and why obviously it's going to be a crazy thing and would not.
Yeah, I mean, that's
basically the discussion of the rest of like the months of class.
Yeah, I mean, the study of philosophy, like you're going to be reading a lot of people that disagree with each other. And then you kind of like figure out what you think might still be relevant today and what isn't. Like that thing you were saying about kids, trying out a whole bunch of different careers, and then whatever they excel at, they specialize into that. Kind of reminds me of how a lot of people today are saying that everyone needs to have an experience working in like food service or retail or something like that because of the level of vitriol that certain customers can have for those employees, and they feel as though they
complete lack of empathy.
Yeah, like if they had the experience, they would know why it's not a good thing to do.
Right.
I don't think that's true. But it's the idea that like comes up. I don't think everyone's read Socrates.
Yeah, no.
and came to that conclusion in a similar manner, like because they read him, but just because people have similar ideas. That's the real thing about philosophy, is finding these through lines in how people behave.
That's the whole thing about the Socratic method. You take out everything that isn't the through line, and you're only left with the through line. That's all.
Exactly.
That's the whole point. But then it just comes off as, "No, you're a wrong asshole. Try again. Do it again. Better this time." But yeah, that's so true. Most people would just have this shut the door behind them mentality of just like, all right, I've done my work in the food service industry. Now it's your turn. Especially now, there's already people who act like such assholes about it. You're in the service industry. Why don't you serve me? Fuck off.
Another thing on philosophy, one of my favorite videos, I see it on Instagram like maybe at least once a month, is just like two high stick figures sitting there, and one's like, "Dude, are we real?" Other one's like, "I think so." And then it's a picture of Rene Descartes going like, "Actually, that's pretty solid evidence." Rene Descartes.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I think
simple enough.
I am.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's also like as goofy as it is, it's a good reminder to like, oh yeah, I am probably real. Yeah. In case that's ever a question.
You can comprehend the fact that you are. So therefore you are. If a simulation probably can you program that in a simulation? Can you program the fact that you will think that you are real? Computer, program this man to think that he is real.
Think? A good thing I read Rene Descartes, otherwise then I would actually question it.
Computer, program this man to read Descartes.
Fair enough. Well, the question when it comes to programming things, though, like is perception and like consciousness. Like that's the you can have the computer output something acknowledging that it exists, right?
Right.
Like that's probably one of the first things you could do with a computer. But to see if it actually does, that's the question. And that's why I think therefore I am is such a statement, is because you're the only one that can prove that to yourself. See. That's right. The limit. I think, therefore, I am. I don't know if you're thinking or if you are am.
I might not be am. You don't know. I'm not am.
But, like, I believe it. You know, I'm not having an existential crisis of whether or not you exist, but I don't have the same level of proof that you exist as I do that I exist.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's deep stuff.
Yeah, we do this like once every 10 episodes or so.
Get philosophical with it. I like it.
So yeah, in terms of computer, I don't know. It's not really provable, I guess, if we're trying to take this philosophical approach. I don't think it answers the question.
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard because, like you said, it's even hard to prove even to with another human. So it'd be hard, equally as hard to prove with the computer. Can you write a masterpiece? Can you write a symphony? Can you?
Wasn't that mushrooms that was asking us that? Someone on Tumblr pretending to be a mushroom?
Oh, that was...
Or someone on Tumblr pretending to question a mushroom on this?
I don't remember. I think it was... that exact scene was from iRobot.
Oh.
It's from...
then whatever the hell I saw was probably just a riff on iRobot. Makes sense.
It's Will Smith just looking at the robot being like, can you write a masterpiece? Can you write a symphony? And the robot turns and looks at him and goes, can you? And Will Smith goes, damn it. Ooh. You right. Ooh. You got. And that's how you know the robot's alive, because it's snarky.
Mm-hmm. That's the real... No, it's not, because otherwise then Grok would be alive. ChatGPT would be alive.
Yeah. I mean, if you all we have to do is lower our definition of alive, then they're alive. Bing,
Fair
bang,
enough.
boom.
Yeah.
Easy.
A friend of mine decided to use ChatGPT to look up massage parlors nearby.
Massage parlors? Oh.
Yeah, just like completely innocently. Like actually just like find a massage parlor.
I see. Why not Google?
I don't know. That's not my question. My question is, why did it come up with answers and then ask him if he wants to know whether or not
It'll jerk him off.
Yeah, like that was the follow-up.
That's
It's
awesome.
like the first thing. It's like, okay, here you go. Here's the list. Here's the ratings. Would you like to know which ones will jerk you off?
ChatGPT is a libertarian, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if you want to search for that, it might be illegal, but that's within your American right to want that, at the very least. It's illegal to get it, but to want it, I guess, you're allowed to do that.
So, I'm not one that's really ever went to, like, any massage parlors. I think I would want to know if they offer that service. That would play into my decision to go there, just kind of in the opposite direction.
Just probably stick to spas, because spas will just give you massages and also have other services. If something just says massage parlor, good chance they're gonna jerk you off.
I actually don't know about that. I think the robot was just looking for more engagement, asking a question that you would want answered.
Did he respond? Did he say yes? Did he?
I told him to. He didn't.
Damn.
But I would want to know if that's the case before going in there. Like, just.
I mean,
if I'm going to be offered.
You say it's just trying to get a response to ask a question, but would it have asked anything like that if it was asking, like, where's the nearest, like, good Chinese food place? It was a very specific to massage parlors question that it asked.
So, I don't know. I think they try and make it not racist, right? And I feel like any engagement driving follow-up question that would be audacious from a Chinese restaurant would be racist.
Okay,
so maybe that's specifically cut out, but I don't know. I can't think of a single other business like massage parlor where, like, some question, like, I don't know, you're checking out bars and
right, like,
it's like, is there a glory hole? Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's not normal. It's not a normal thing to check for. But a massage
again,
parlor is
I would want to know if you're saying you have that information before I go to this place. I kind of want to be aware of what I'm getting into.
It'd be great if Google curated it. If people left Google reviews, and honestly, it would depend on the bar. If they left Google reviews, I feel like that kind of goes against the spirit of the glory hole, right? Because it's supposed to be like the secret taboo thing.
Yeah, no, you put it on you have it listed as a separate business and the same address.
Separate business. And then hopefully the bar doesn't find out. All you have to do is list it on Google. It doesn't need any, like, forms or anything, so it's not going to be, like, extra taxes or something they're going to get.
Yeah. Oh, we have our one friend who registered the space, the tree that he lost his virginity under as the Virginity on Google Maps.
Hell yeah.
Listed it as a rail museum, and
rail museum.
And he got a bad rating on it once, and he contested it and got it taken down.
Yeah.
Eventually the entire thing was taken down, but it stuck around for a while.
That's awesome.
I would look it up every once in a while, make sure it's still there. That's the kicker. Clever. That's the kicker.
Yeah. That's so silly. I love that. So on Google Maps, can you just, like, petition to name things? Can you just put in, like, a thing?
Oh, you could register. Yeah, you could do stuff like that all the time.
That's awesome.
It's not even like a question. Like, they let you do it, and then later, if someone reports it as not being real, they'll remove it.
Oh, that's
so
sweet.
If no one's checking, you leave it up there for, like, years.
We got to go name some parks and trees and stuff. That'd be sweet. Put some bombs out there. It'd be funny.
I should put your address down on Google. Just Matt Jones's condo.
just
publicly.
We should just do, like, a bunch of celebrity name parks, like, name them after celebrities. So people will be like, one, they'll be like, oh, cool, it's this celebrity's park, and they won't think to, like, take it down or anything. And two, it'll just be like, Hail Mary guesses. We could play a betting game on which park gets canceled. Like, which park they're going to be petitioning to change the name of first.
And we just have it in order.
Yeah, we can play, like, bingo with the city map.
I like it. This is a nice long-term gambit.
Right? And a lot of them will probably get changed or taken off the board, like, when people realize it, because there's probably some that are, like, already dedicated to veterans or something that people actually care about. But if there's something that's just like Oak Ridge Park or like Oak Meadow Park, a lot of these are, they could probably change it to just like,
Madonna Park.
Right, Don Cheadle Park. People will be like, cool, Don Cheadle was from here?
Evidently, yeah.
Yeah, cool. At least he gives something. At least he puts some money. He has some connection.
Yeah.
To go there and like put up a picture of Don Cheadle on a plaque. Don Cheadle Park.
In my hometown, we have I think a middle school named after a comedian.
What comedian?
Jack Benny.
Don't know, but neat.
Me neither, but he's from my hometown, so.
Good on him. He's good enough to get a middle school. I don't know if he like help funded it or something. Probably
not.
That's usually how they. Oh no.
I don't think so.
Oh,
he
cool.
could have. I guess he would have had some amount of money.
I was gonna say normally they have like a vested stake in it, especially if you're a low level celebrity like that. It's usually how you get it. If you're like a hometown celebrity.
We just didn't have that many notable people.
Even so,
Upton Sinclair though, baby.
That's pretty notable. Shit.
Yeah, but like the number of notable people isn't very long.
I mean,
there's like maybe 5 or 7.
Yeah, but do you have to name it like notable? You could just call it like Waukegan Middle School. Shit.
Yeah.
That they really matter. Like it's the high school near my house was Bremen High School because it's in Bremen Township where I grew up.
Yeah, but like so, at least in my districts and stuff, the middle schools and elementary schools all had more unique names because there were so many elementary schools in the district. Like they would feed up. There'd be much smaller buildings, and they needed to, like we weren't just going to call them like elementary school 1, elementary school 2. Like they had unique names.
You can get creative with it though. There was in the school district we had Scarlet Meadows, we had Arbor Park, we had Morton Gingerwood.
Yeah.
It was
like who the hell's Morton Gingerwood?
It's not a name. It's just about trees. I think they're types of trees, all of them. But yeah, no,
I bet it sounds like a guy to me.
I don't think Morton Gingerwood was a man, though. That would be pretty funny if it is. I'm pretty sure it's just named after a tree. Though, is a Morton Gingerwood a tree though? It just comes up the school, Morton Gingerwood School, not the school.
What's it named after? Go to the website.
And nothing else comes up. Like there's no like Wikipedia of a man, so I'm assuming it's just named after a tree. And it does not have a website. It's very small. It doesn't have one of those. It probably has like one for the school maybe, but I'm not gonna venture into that. Like enter my parent access or whatever the hell. Yeah, no.
Go to the school library.
Maybe they got a history thing on it.
Yeah.
I used to work there, so maybe I can get in somehow.
Yeah, you didn't make copies of all your keys to the elementary school?
No, I did not. Unfortunately, I did not try to make a plan for a heist of the elementary school later. It was not on the docket. One time
you steal the deed from the library, and then now it's your school. It's a setup for a TV show where now you're the principal. You gotta make sure they all pass their tests.
One time when I was cleaning that school, it was floor waxing day, so like every single classroom was like getting waxed and just had like wax fumes coming out of it. So as I was like walking around just breathing in wax fumes, I was getting a little dizzy. And then I went to go clean the bathroom and just like it was one of those just like small like basically janitor's closet converted bathrooms. And I just went in there and just sprayed a bunch of cleaning chemicals to clean the bathroom and just inhaled those in a really close space for a while. And I got out, I was like, hey guys, I'm really sick feeling. I don't know if I can. And I just was like stumbling and throwing up and stuff. And they're like, yeah, you should go home.
Oh my God, you were vomiting? You were getting poisoned.
I threw up a little bit.
For real poison.
I threw up a little bit. I was apparently walking a little not straight. So I went and got some fresh air and then, drove home for the day.
Yeah. I think you learned your lesson.
Probably not a good idea to close the bathroom door because I was like, man, those wax fumes stink. Let me close the bathroom door to keep them out, and then immediately spray more chemicals to clean the toilet and sink and all that. Yeah, mistakes you make when you're 17.
Yeah.
I also cleaned floors without gloves, and we realized because normally when you use floor stripper, they tell you to dilute it like 20-1, something like that, because it's like floor stripper concentrate when you buy it in the bucket. But we were waxing, or trying to strip floors, rather, that were like 10 years plus of caked on wax. So we would use straight stripper and then get ice scrapers and then just scrape like
this big
fat chunks of wax. Like we'd fill up 2 5-gallon buckets like of the wax.
Oh, you told me about this, about that one guy that's like, I'm going to make this into some candles.
And then the one dude made it into candles, yeah. But we would be using the straight stripper and I would just be like dunking my hands in there with like rags and whatnot. And by the end of the day, I'd just be able to like peel back like my palms and everything in one solid layer. Just like multiple times. They'd be all like red and wet and spongy. Good times. My hands are fine. They're just real dry now.
Alas.
Oh, well.
The labor of labor.
Yeah, I had calluses on my hands all those summers, too, from holding mops and brooms. I had the real man hands.
Well.
That is about the time. We've been chatting for quite some time. I can't see the timer because it is a little bit on my glare, but we can call it there for this episode of Cold Hard Trash, CRT episode. I'm going to get it right. I'm going to get correct. 90, is it 93? 93. I don't believe you. I'm going to say you're wrong until I see it.
No, episode 3.
Oh, shit. Episode 93. Thank you so much for listening, for tuning in for it. If you're tuning in from around the world, thank you so much. That is crazy.
Yeah, we just
I
discovered.
just looked at our analytics. It's crazy. If you're from Germany, whoa, what up? That's wild. That's wild. What are you doing out here listening to us?
You know who we're talking about.
Yeah, you know specifically
Mr. Germany.
if you're over there, Mr. German man. That's crazy. I remember it was like, oh yeah, do we have one analytics like specifically asking about him from where he's from? You're like, oh no, he's in Germany. It's like, what? Why?
Yeah. He's in Germany, you know.
You're just chilling in Germany, living it up. Hell yeah.
Germany has been our number 2, like off and on our number 2 country where we have listeners, except for that like 1 month where we got like 25% of our listeners were from Hong Kong. And only that month. We need to do a little bit of research as to
what
picked that up.
It might be a VPN people are using that might be like different things. Who knows? But if there actually is
we got a new
German
market
fan base, danke.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much for listening, though.
Gesundheit.
Till the next time. Gesundheit. Damn, 50.